I can't hold you like a baby this whole time. I'm gonna be the best mom. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Elena and this is Dolly. Okay, you wanna go lay back down? Okay, go. I can't remember what I said. If I already said welcome back or my name's Elena, that's Dolly. Okay, and before we get into today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Every time I post a new video, you will be the first to find out. Okay, major trend for 2021, saving money. Or maybe that's just me. Second major trend of 2021 is skin. Let's just be real. Skin has taken a lot of different routes in the past few years, and I'm so happy as a makeup artist that natural, beautiful, dewy glass skin is back, and I think it might be here to stay at least for a few years. So while it's hot, while we have amazing products out on the market, I am going to show you guys how to achieve this beautiful glass skin. Every product on my face right now is from the brand Joah Beauty. Thank you, Joah Beauty, for supplying me with such beautiful, affordable, functional products that we can use. I'm going to be talking about all of them as I go through it, but I just wanted to show you guys a really beautiful, fun look that you can do that's affordable. You guys know I'm a big fan of drugstore makeup. I wasn't always a celebrity makeup artist. I was shopping at the drugstore, mostly because I love quality products for a good deal, and that is actually hard to find. So think glass skin, a reverse smoky eye, a nude lip, big lashes. If all of those things sound like something that you want to learn, keep watching. So my skin has already been prepped. It already has moisturizer on it. So we're going to start out with primer, and I have two primers here. One is the Pore De-Activator. This is a pore minimizing and mattifying primer. And the other one is an instant prime activator, hydrating and brightening primer. I don't know why I just struggled reading that. Normally I would always go for a hydrating brightening primer. Since the products that I'm going to be using on my skin today are a little bit more emollient, I'm actually just going to go for the pore mattifying one. The consistency is almost like a gel. It kind of reminds me of the Smashbox primer. I think it's the Smashbox mattifying primer. I'm just using a little bit of this in my T-zone, the places that I know that I'm going to get shiny. This smells nice. All right, so I'm going to start out with skin first. Normally I start out with my eyes. I'm going to be using the Joah Crystal Glow Tinted Luminizer, and I'm actually going to be using 3 colors today because I'm going to use one as a highlight, one as a contour, and one as a foundation. This is a really great product because it's easy to apply. You just put it on with the stick, and then on the bottom there's a built-in brush, and the brush is actually really nice. It's very smooth. You can really buff it into the skin really nice. And I'm just going to work this onto my skin. I haven't done a drugstore haul in a while, and I love doing drugstore ones, especially now. You know, you used to go to Sephora and Ulta because you were able to go in and try on the products and put them on your hand and see how the color is actually going to come out. And you know, that was the reason why at a drugstore you're like, oh, there's no testers. I have to just kind of guess to see what color it is, and you're going to go home and it's going to be the wrong color. But now you can't even do that on Sephora anymore or Ulta. You know, they hold up like a piece of plastic and they're like, oh, this could be your shade. Like, thank you. My skin color is not see-through clear, but I appreciate you trying. We're all learning in this, but that's not helpful for me. Going to the drugstore and picking out a foundation color can be definitely really tricky. But the great thing about these guys is the color range is really adaptable. If you're in between 2 shades, I would just go with the one that you like to gravitate towards more. So I actually always like to be a little bit more tan. I mean, I probably could get away with vanilla all over my face. It does match my hand, but I'm a Jersey girl and I love to be tan, so I'm always gonna opt for the one shade darker. So this kind of eliminates that stress of going home and putting on a foundation color and it being completely off. And the colors also go from more pinky tones to more yellow tones. All the colors that I'm going to be using today are more in the yellow tone family because that's just what my skin color is, but there's a lot of really good options. If you have really fair skin or if you have really dark skin, you can kind of find your shade in between. Okay, so you guys can see that I already have the foundation on. I really don't even know if I would call it a foundation. It is buildable, so if I want to add more coverage, I definitely could add more coverage, but it almost feels more like, you know, when you put chapstick on your lips and you're like, God, this feels so good. Why don't I always wear chapstick on my lip? Maybe you do. I don't. This is kind of like a chapstick for your face. It feels really hydrating. Your skin feels good in it. Now I'm going to be using the color Ivory, and I'm going to use this as my highlighter concealer. I'm going to let this sit in for a few minutes because I want it to get a little bit more dry. I don't really think there's a huge dry down on this, but I want it to kind of adapt to these areas so I can softly blend it out. The contour color, I'm going to be using Warm Honey. Also, what I really like about this product is this actually does have skincare benefits in it. So the main ingredient in this is Crystalide Peptide, which actually means over time your skin becomes more clear, it becomes more smooth, and helps with evening out skin tone. So I do love a product that is also beneficial to the skin. My dog is like fully passed out behind me and she's snoring. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of get this bronzer on. Okay, I'm gonna give this concealer a few more minutes to kind of bake into my skin. I'll be right back. Okay, so I let that concealer sit in for a minute and I'm actually just gonna take my fingers and kind of tap this in. This feels so nice on my skin, you guys. I definitely suggest going out and trying this, especially if you're looking for a new, it's in between like a CC cream and a tinted moisturizer. I just like the way that it makes my skin look flawless. I look dewy but not shiny because there's a difference. I mean, I'm just gonna bring you guys in closer so you can really like see the full look. I mean, this is beautiful. It's so nice, wow. And let's see how I look in 6 weeks. I hope that I'm glowing with an even skin tone. Actually, I'm gonna bring you in closer because you know what? Since I have dark colors, I'm gonna give myself a little bit more of a contour. So the two darkest shades are Deep Golden and Mocha. These two are both really beautiful, rich, dark shades. The Deep Golden is definitely more of a warmer tone, so that might be a little bit orangey on me, so I'm actually going to go for the Mocha. And I'm gonna be using, okay, and I'm going to be using the dual eyeshadow brush by Joah. I'm going to use the flat side. I'm just going to give myself a little baby nose contour. Going to add a little bit more. Ooh, Mocha is great as a bronzer. Almost like a bronzer blush. You guys, this is so good, especially for right now, because in the winter, I like have to drink a gallon of water a day just to make my skin look hydrated. And this is really making my skin look really hydrated. Like I like drink a lot of water. Gorge. Wow, okay, my skin is done. I feel great, I feel hydrated, feels lightweight. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about this stick, because it says, oh God, I've seen other people talk about this before, and because it says Crystal Glow and Luminizer, I think people instantly think that this is just a highlighter, but that's actually not the case, because if you don't know, Luminizer actually just means to bring in light and to highlight and to brighten. So if you choose to use this product as a highlighter, which I actually did for underneath my eyes, the luminizing part is actually just gonna bring light to the parts of the face that I wanna accentuate. So under my eyes, the highs of my cheekbones, a little bit above my brow, and then the darker colors I'm using to sculpt and to contour. Okay, so I have a few different Joah palettes. This one is more of like a cool tone, like purpley, kind of ashy colors. This one is more of warm tone coppery shadows, which if you know me and if you've been here before, you know that this is the one I always gravitate towards. But today I'm going to be using, oh my God, I love this. Wait, the Joah Escapade palette Nudist Colony. Okay, let's just quickly get into the names of these. Barely There, Feelin' Free, Beach, Naked, Sunglow, and Earth. You know what? I love this. Be who you are, be free. Okay. So anyway, I'm the most immature person in the world. I'm gonna be doing a reverse smoky eye today. So I'm actually gonna be starting out on the bottom. So I'm going to be grabbing the color called Earth, which is this light kind of tan color. And I'm gonna start out by just putting this underneath my bottom lash line. Let's bring you guys in so you can fully see it. Now I'm gonna flip my brush with the same color, just gonna go underneath with that brown. This is a really pretty brown. You know that I'm here for a good brown. So what this underneath shadow is doing is it's just kind of sculpting out the eye. What it's gonna do is it's gonna give a really nice gradient from the darkest color, that medium, really soft, diffused brown. I always suggest kind of starting out with like a medium tone brown if you're gonna be doing a reverse smoky eye, because if you start out with the dark, sometimes it's hard to kind of fade it really nicely. So you want to have that really soft transition color first. Okay, now with the same brush, I'm just going to flip and I'm going to go into the color Naked, which is this one. And I'm going to apply this at the lash line. And then I'm just gonna flip the brush and blend underneath again. With my Joah Black Gel Liner, I'm gonna go on the inner waterline. And because of my eye shape, I'm not actually gonna let this product go underneath the lashes. I'm just gonna keep it in the waterline because I want the brown just to be underneath so it's not too dark. I just don't look good with so much dark underneath my eyes. It really rounds out my eye shape. But if it works on you, go for it. Really smoke it out underneath with that black liner. Okay, now the color that I'm gonna grab is gonna be Feelin' Free. It's kind of an in-between of the two colors we've already used, and I'm gonna go right back on top of that dark color. This is such a pretty palette. I love bronzy browns so much. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this nude color, which is called Beach, and I'm just gonna place this all over my lid. This is gonna kind of just be like the all over lid color, and I'm just doing it really lightly. And because there's still like a little bit of brown left, it's just kind of giving me like this like lived in look. So here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna flip the brush, I'm gonna go into the bottom dark color, and I'm just gonna go in the inner corners and the outer corners. And then I'm gonna take the fluffy brush and just blend it in. I don't really wanna go too high the lash line. This is really just giving it shape. And I'm just kind of mushing it in with my hands. This is not supposed to be a perfect look. This is supposed to be something really easy, very kind of lived in grunge. I always feel really Mary-Kate Olsen when I do a reverse smoky eye, but that's just me. Okay, so now staying on the topic of the Crystal Glow collection, we are going to be using the Crystal Glow Jelly Balm. I mean, you guys. All right, I'm gonna tap this with my finger all over the lid. The texture of this is pretty interesting. It kind of reminds me of the ColourPop highlighters. I think it's called like the Super Shocks. I just like going like that. I like the way that it feels. All right, so you're gonna get this all over the lid. What's really cool about this product is it's not like sparkly, but it's also not shimmery. It almost makes your lid look wet. And because I want it to even look a little bit more wet, I'm actually gonna grab the Crystal Glow. This is the Refreshing Luminizer Skin Mist. This is hyaluronic acid in it. Ooh, it has like a rose smell to it. It smells so beautiful. The ingredients also in this has a peptide, has hyaluronic acid. It actually is good for your skin. And over time, this has the same benefits that the tinted stick does. Let's just do it one more time because it just smells so good. All right, I'm gonna give this a spritz and I'm gonna just keep on applying. Ooh, yeah. So this works if it's a little bit wet. Are you guys seeing like how pretty that looks? Okay, I'm gonna grab the color Earth one more time with the fluffy side of the brush, and I'm just gonna go on the insides and on the outer corners. This is just, again, adding shape, adding dimension. I don't wanna have a smoky eye on top at all. I mean, guys, can we get into the level of glow that is happening right now? Wow. I mean, what? I look so glowing. Okay, time for mascara. We are going to be using the Joah mascara. This is the Lash UPrising. All right, and I'm just gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna flip the brush so it's facing me to give like a way more spikier, kind of clumpy lash. All right, I'm gonna speed you through this because I love mascara too much and I really want these lashes to be like, bam. Okay, I was just gonna fast forward this, but I actually need you guys to see this technique that I'm using. So what I'm doing is I have the brush facing towards me, and on the inner corners, I'm just pushing it in. The outer corners, I'm pushing it out. This is giving like the ultimate fanned out lashes. And in the center, I'm going up. I mean, do you guys see like the difference that that makes? All right, let's get into the bottom. For my lip, I'm gonna be doing a nude lip. I know, shocking, but you'll see the finished look. I want this to be a really grungy, lived-in kind of look. So I'm actually gonna be using the color Earth as my lip liner, and I'll be using that same little flat brush. And for my lipstick color, I'm going to be using the Joah T.M.I. The Joah T.M.I. Velvet Lip Color, and the color is called Walk of Shame. These are such funny names. Between Nudist Colony and Walk of Shame, like, I'm done. Oh, this smells so good. It smells like the Bobbi Brown Beach Oil, which I love. I don't even think they make that anymore. Well, I'm just gonna have to put this all over. I love when a lipstick smells good, especially because I'm like, all day. Oh man, Rosa Canina fruit extract. Well, whoever she is smells great. Okay guys, I am all done. I really feel like I achieved the glass skin look. All in all, I think my favorite products are the Luminizer stick and the spray. I mean, the spray smells so good. It literally smells like a Byredo perfume. It smells so expensive. This has been so much fun for me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, don't forget to give me a thumbs up because I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to Joah Beauty for giving me all the product to create this video to show you guys how to get glass skin on an affordable price. See you guys in the next one.